አንደኛና ሁለተኛ ደረጃ ትምህርት ቤት በመቀጠልም የሁለተኛ ደረጃ ትምህርቷን ደግሞ በቦሌ አጠቃላይ ከፍተኛ ሁለተኛ ደረጃ ትምህርት ቤትና በቲሲ ዊሊያምስ ሃይ ስኩል አጠናቃለች። የከፍተኛ ደረጃ ትምህርቷን ደግሞ በኖርዘርን ቨርጂኒያ ኮሚኒቲ ኮሌጅ በአርኪቴክቸር አሶሺየት ዲግሪ አግኝታለች። ወይዘሮ ራሄል በአሜሪካን ሀገር በነበረችበት ወቅት በተለያዩ የሥራ ዘርፎች አገልግላለች። እናት ሀገሯንም በኖረችበት ወቅት በግል ስራ ላይ በመሰማራት በባህር ዳር ከተማ በተገነባው የግራንድ ሪዞርት ፕሮጀክት ማናጀር በመሆን በኃላፊነት ሰርታለች። ወይዘሮ ራሄል አለሙ ከውድ ባለቤቷ ከአቶ ዘላለም አየለ ጋር በሚያዝያ 16 ቀን 1996 ዓ.ም በአትላንታ ከተማ በቅዱስ ኤልያስ ኦርቶዶክስ ቤተክርስቲያን የጋብቻ ስነ ስርዓት በመፈጸም የሁለት ወንድ ልጆች አፍርታለች። ወይዘሮ ራሄል አለሙ በድንገት በመታመሟ ለከፍተኛ ሕክምና ወደ አሜሪካን ተጉዛ በሕክምና ስትረዳ ቆይታ ህዳር 12 2010 ዓ.ም ከዚህ ዓለም በሞት ተለይታለች። በህይወት ዘመኗ በሙሉ በቤተሰቦቿ በጓደኞቿና በራሷ ባልደረቦቿ በመልካምነቷ በቅን አሳቢነቷና በጨዋነቷ የምትታወቅ እናት፣ ባለቤት፣ እህትና ጓደኛ ነበረች። Rahel Adamu was born to her mother, Mrs. Azeb Ube, and her father, Mr. Adamu Ayale, on November 5th, 1975 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Rahel attended Asai Elementary School and Bole High School in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and then moved to US in 1991. Rahel is a graduate of TC Williams High School and a recipient of Associate Science in Architecture from Northern Virginia Community College, or NOVA. On April 24, 2004, Rahel married Zalalam Ayele. They had two children, Ahadu and Adam Zalalam. Rahel's and Zalalam's relationship, friendship, devotion to each other and their children is remarkable. The memory they created will be cherished forever. Rahel worked various private business while living in Virginia, Georgia, and Ethiopia. Rahel was a project manager for Grand Resort construction project located in Bahar Dar City, Ethiopia. Her dedication, passion, joy, and architecture was exhibited when it was successfully opened to public. Rahel passed away on November 20, 2017. Rahel was an amazing mother to her children, a wife, a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a cousin, and a best friend to many. She was always so enthusiastic about her life. Her kindness, friendship, and ability to cheer people up with her wit and incredible sense of humor will be forever missed more than words can express. Thank you.
I'm going to speak on behalf of Zeke. You wrote something for Rahel? I have met people who say a soulmate is just a spiritual spoke, or it's just a chance or even a coincidence. I have met people who say marriage is hard, or even impossible. I have met people who say real friendship is lost or even forgotten. I have met people who say a partner is a risk or even a disaster. But here today on this day of sorrow, I'm here to tell you that I was the luckiest man on earth. Because 42 years ago, I met my soulmate, friend, partner, and wife. You asked me how. You were just a baby. Well, that week of November 3rd and November 5th, me and Ryle were born on the same week, same month, and year, and even hospital. Years later, when me and Ryle met again, we became a couple. Then on her birthday, I proposed to her, and she said yes, and became my wife. In that great life, we were together. Rie allowed me to be the father of 2 amazing boys. You showed me that anything in this world was possible as long as we had each other. And worked at being the best partners. I say worked at being partners because life wasn't always easy for us. Because we had many tribulations and hard times, but a lot of great times. But through all of it, she was my better half, which in turn made me an amazing marriage. Rie was kind, smart, loving, and compassionate. Pretty much all of the good words I could think of that applied to my wife. She was everything to me, and I miss her terribly. Rie was a good-hearted person who truly loved helping others, rarely did things for herself, wanted to make sure her family and friends were happy and healthy. I'm a broken man, and my better half is gone. But I could see her in her face as my children, and that gives me a little comfort. She was beautiful both inside and out, and when she smiled at me, I felt alive. I was truly blessed to have a wife who loved me, and that I loved so much. It hurt. I don't know how I'm going to make it without her, but I know she's up there telling me to suck it up. But it is hard without you here to keep me on track. I know that everyone here loved her and is going to miss her so much as I do.
Any Nabiyu Balada? I was Rahul's nephew, her first nephew. So I'm sorry I have to speak in English today, but there really isn't much I could say about Rahul that would surprise anyone in this room. To me, when I think of what a cool aunt is, I instantly remember my childhood memories of my own aunt, Rahul. One of those standouts was how much of an absolute jokester she was. If she wasn't pulling some kind of prank on my brother Yoni and me, then she was probably telling us some new jokes we had never heard before, or riddles that we would never be able to solve on our own. That's actually secretly why she and Z got married, just so they could team up and completely baffle their nephew's minds. Frankly, that was our relationship with both of them. She showed us how to have a great sense of humor. She showed us by example what an infectious personality means, and she showed us how to enjoy life. Growing up, my brother and I always used to love visiting her because it was literally never a bad time. Beyond an aunt, she was like another mother to us. She had a significant hand in raising us and shaping us into the people we are today when she lived in Atlanta. Before Ahadu and Adam arrived, we were her two boys, and I will be eternally grateful. It was difficult to be as close when she moved to Ethiopia, of course, but we still kept in touch. Lord knows she was the only reason I had fiber on my phone to this day. She'd tell me stories about Adam and Ahadu's shenanigans, and I tell her everything about school. It always felt like she was the only one who could actually remember my exact major. Eventually, as time passed, she brought Ahadu and they stayed with us for a while. Then, a different time, she brought just Adam, and they stayed with us for a while. During both visits, she made sure my brother and I set aside some time every single day to teach them how to read and write in English, plus help with other subjects too, but that was her main priority. And despite all her effort, during her latest visit to us a few months ago, she talked to my mother, Geni, and me about her concerns over her kids' learning ability. And she told me everything, but I assured her that she was thinking way too much into it. And they are both impressively intelligent kids and have a lot of potential from what I've been able to see. She valued what I had to say and took it to heart, so I'm happy to say that she could rest in peace, knowing that her children are going to be the amazing human beings that she envisioned them to be. But that's who she is, though. She cared so much about those that she loved. Not a month went by this year where she didn't reach out to me asking how I was enjoying work. Not a single month. She was the first person outside of my parents to ask me about my first days of work after I graduated college. And she was the very first person that I excitedly sent pictures of my new office at my new job to after she specifically asked me to take some photos and send them to her. And if there was anything Rahul would have wanted out of today, it would have been for us to celebrate her life. I know this because she lived every day like it was a celebration. And normally that's why we all get together, because the last time I saw my family, this much of my family, was at a celebration. And so today we want to celebrate her life, because the reality of it is she still lives on. Even if she's physically not with us, her spirit lives on. It lives on through the children that she raised. Whether it was me, whether it was my brother Yoni, Ahadu, Adam, it lives on to this day. It lives on through her husband, Zarad, Z. It lives on through her siblings, through Dani, through my father, Sami, through Misri. And her spirit lives on through every single one of us that loved her and that she also loved. Because she brought endless memories, happiness, and unconditional love to us all. And for this reason, I thank God 100 times over that He gave my brother and me such a uniquely amazing aunt that we call Rahel. Thank you.
ራሄል ቤተሰቦች የቀረበ ምስጋና አለ ለሁላችሁም። ምስጋና በመኖሪያ ቤታችን በሆስፒታልም በመመላለስ በውጭም ሆነ በአገር ውስጥ ስልክ በመደወል የጠየቃችሁን እንዲሁም የሀዘናችን ተካፋይ በመሆን ላጽናናችሁን ሁሉ ከልብ የመነጨ ምስጋናችንን እናቀርባለን ብለዋል። የቀብር ስነ ስርዓት ከዚህ ቤተክርስቲያን ስርዓት በኋላ በፌርፋክስ ሜሞሪያል ፌነራል ሆም 9902 ብራደክ ሮድ ፌርፋክስ ቨርጂኒያ 22032 ይሆናል። Funeral service will be held at 1 p.m. today after church at Fairfax Memorial Funeral Home 9902 Braddock Road, Fairfax, Virginia 22032. እናመሰግናለን። ቀብር በኋላ በኢትዮጵያ ኮሚኒቲ በመናደርገው የጸበል ፕሮግራም ላይ ልትገኙ ብለዋል ቤተሰቦች።